Welcome back to Cable 14's Generation Z. Now, right now, I am here with somebody I am so excited to have on the show. When I met her about 6 months ago, it was kind of the beginning of 2017 at a Generation Z event, I was just so inspired by this young lady. She was, I guess, 14 or 15 years old at the time, and she is running her own company, and she's been very successful with it. So right now I have the founder of SmartCane, and this is Riya. So thank you so much, Riya, for coming on the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for having me.
Good. I'm happy to have you here because I've had you on the blog before. You've been a keynote at the Gen Z event, so I was like, you know what? Let's bring her on the show. You're so inspiring, and you are the perfect example of not letting your young age limit you from following your dreams.
Thank you so much.
Your journey has been incredible, and that's what I want to talk about today. So you're the founder of SmartCane, and why don't you talk about what SmartCane is and what you do?
Definitely. So the SmartCane is an assistive device for orientation, mobility, and autonomy for the visually impaired. So it's an enhanced version of the white cane that was never updated to take advantage of new technologies. And that's crazy because it's 2018 and the white cane that the visually impaired currently use is still a stick. So the SmartCane leverages technologies and incorporates it into a white cane and increases independence and safety for the visually impaired through GPS functionalities, object detection, location sharing, an emergency button, and other value-added features.
Awesome. And how does it work? So if somebody who has a visual or hearing impairment and they use this cane, and let's say they fell, so how does everything work with the emergency services and location services?
So if they were in a certain situation where they would require emergency personnel, they would just click the emergency button and they would notify the personnel, and they would come and get them as soon as possible, and it would automatically transmit their location details and medical history. So it could be as efficient as possible. And there's also object detection. So the white cane actually can't detect objects from knee to head level. So the SmartCane is able to do that using an ultrasonic sensor. So this way it would be able to detect hanging obstacles that could pose a risk for them. And we feel that that's really important, especially for their safety. And there's also GPS integration. So using varying vibrations, it helps direct a user to their destination. So let's say you have to turn left, it would vibrate once, and you have to turn right, it would vibrate twice, and so on.
That is such a remarkable idea, especially for somebody so young. I think, how did you come up with this? So what inspired you to start this business and to create the SmartCane?
Yeah, so it started out, I was at my friend's house one day, and her grandmother actually came over, and she had some mild visual impairments. And that got me thinking, and I saw the struggles that she was facing, and it pushed me to do more research. So I found that the white cane that the visually impaired currently use was never updated to take advantage of new technologies. And also seeing some visually impaired people on a day-to-day basis really got to me. So after I did more research, the school science fair presented an opportunity to come up with solutions. So with that same friend, I went up to her and told her about what I was thinking, and we were brainstorming lots of different solutions, and it started out as a smart shoe. However, later on we noticed that if we were to incorporate the technology into a shoe, if the technology failed to work, we'd be putting their lives at risk.
Yeah.
So we felt it was really important to incorporate it into a white cane itself. So even if it failed to work, they'd still be able to use the white cane for its initial purpose.
Yeah, that's really great. And you have had such a remarkable and successful journey so far. You've only been doing this for just over a year, correct?
Under a year.
Under a year, okay. So you're approaching 1 year, and you have already been so successful, and you've been involved in so many different mentorship programs, and you've received so many grants and investments. So why don't you talk about the journey? Just start at the beginning and bring us up to where you are now.
Sounds good. So after our science fair, we won at our school fair, and then we advanced to the regional science fair at BASEF, where we won multiple awards. And later on, I wanted to take the project forward, and because it was more than just a science fair project for me, I really wanted to help the visually impaired. So I attended the Hacking Health Hamilton Hackathon, and there I pitched my idea, and I formed a team of 8. And surprisingly, I was the only person under 20 there.
Wow.
It was a little intimidating at first, but I got to know everyone, and it was a wonderful experience. So my team and I actually won the People's Choice Award, and I received an internship from Paul Brown to go to Medic. So Medic's a software development lab focused on e-health solutions at Mohawk College. So I was at Medic for the summer, and I was learning to develop my circuitry and coding skills, and also communication skills, and also the SmartCane. So it was a wonderful learning experience, and it was awesome. So later on, throughout the summer, I presented at different conferences with IT World Canada, and also got to develop connections with the CNIB, which is the Canadian National Institute for the Blind. So I'm receiving some help from them in terms of connections and resources to support further development. So later as school started, I just started high school this year, and
You just started high school and you've already accomplished this much. That is amazing. My goodness. Sorry, you were saying though.
Yeah, so it was really cool to get into the high school environment, and I found out about a hackathon called Hackability. So Hackability was actually a 2-month extended hackathon. So then I pitched my idea, and I formed a team of 9. And with that team of 9, we worked for 2 months to develop the SmartCane further. And we were chosen as one of the 5 finalists. So on December 7th, we all pitched our idea, and we actually won.
Wow.
Surprisingly, I didn't expect it, but I was so happy, and the team was really happy. So we got $1,000 and also $37,000 in products and services to support further development. So we're working with Microsoft, Inertia, Aero Electronics, Your Tech, and a few more companies. So it's super, super cool.
Congratulations to you, honestly. At
Thank
such
you
a
so
young
much.
age, as I keep repeating, you have already accomplished so much, and
It's
you've already seen so
crazy.
much success in your business. It's probably hard to believe, isn't it?
I still can't believe
Yeah.
it. I mean, I didn't think it would go this far. It started out as a simple science fair project, and I didn't expect this at all. But I'm so glad I chose to take it forward.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming on the show
Thank you
today.
so
I think
much.
your story in general, for being in the business industry as an entrepreneur for just under a year and just entering into high school as well, I think that is the perfect example of not allowing your young age to limit you from following your dreams, to achieving success, and to starting a business. Because usually we think starting a business is for people who have probably already finished university or college and have a degree in business, but no, it's for anybody who has a dream, has an idea, and is an innovator. So I hope that Riya's story has inspired you to start your company or to continue on with growing your company. If you want to contact Riya, we'll have her board come up, and we have her phone number and her email, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact her. And you'll want to stick with us, because after the break, we are going to talk about how mentorship can help you. Thank you for sticking with us.